it's Erica back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel, and today I thought instead of talking about a product like a stamp or die cut, I am going to be talking about the very versatile and underrated acetate. Now, there are many ways of using acetate, but some of my favorite ways are actually part of kind of like the card making process as opposed to being used on a card. So what I mean by that is I have a couple of things that I have made like super simple. This is just a little piece of acetate with some cute rainbow washi tape, and I use this as like a little sticky mat. So if you use this with some non-permanent adhesive, you can basically use this as like a grippy mat. So you just add a little bit of adhesive, you add your cardstock, and then you ink blend on top, and then it's easy peasy to clean up. So no mess, and it just saves you a little bit of cleaning up. So this you can then just rinse, and all of the ink will just kind of wash off. Super easy peasy. Another thing that I also have are what I call my finger savers, but it's more like fingerprint savers. So when you're ink blending, if like me, you have quite oily fingers or you moisturize a lot, I do both, you can be prone to leave fingerprints on your ink blending if you like touch it. So I have these little fingerprint savers. So I have my cardstock, I ink blend, you start at the beginning, and then I use this on top of what I've already ink blended to kind of hold the cardstock in place, because you know when you ink blend it's like you tend to go all over the place, and this doesn't stick to your mat, so you need something to kind of hold it down. But if you touch with your fingers, you are quite likely to leave fingerprints and smudges in your inks, and we can't have that, can we? No. So these are again just little strips of acetate with some post-it tape, or acetate with post-it tape or washi tape, and these three work really brilliant together. They take hardly any space. I mean, look at that. They're like thin, super thin, and very versatile, very useful, user-friendly. And something else as well that you can do is you can make your kind of like roundabout jig. So this is, let's see, we're just gonna measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So almost 6 inches. So it's 5 3/4 inches and 5 3/4 inches. So if you're doing like a little like a roundabout jig thing like this, you do need to have it square in order for it to kind of work. Because if you do like an A2 size, it doesn't quite work the same way. So the way this works is that you put your cardstock in, and again, it needs to be the same size. So you put this in, and then you put your stamps in one of these quadrants. Or is it triangles? Quadrants, I think so. And then you stamp, and then you basically pick up your cardstock, and you turn this around, and then you stamp again, and then you stamp again, and you stamp again, and then you will get a pattern, like a continuous pattern all the way around. And then you can trim that down, color, ink blend, do whatever. And that's another sort of super easy way of using, or super cheap way as well, of using acetate. So all you need is a square. So whether you do 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 or 5 3/4, or 6 inches, that's completely up to you. It depends on the size of your MISTI or your stamping tool as well. And then you just use some white washi tape in the middle, so you can actually see like where your quadrants are. This is post-it tape again, I think. Huge fan of post-it tape actually. And then you draw the lines, and then you put the tape on top so you can actually see, and then it doesn't smudge as well. So the super easy ways of using acetate in your craft room. And now, there are a load of different acetates to use, but the one that I use is actually transparency film for, I'm going to age myself now, the overhead lamp thingies where, you know, you put your presentation on one of these, and then you put it on the overhead, and it went up on like a projector screen. Yeah, so that's how old I am. And also this box, I kid you not, it has 1999 copyright date on it. So yes, very old, this one. And you can probably find something like this at like thrift stores or like stationery stores maybe. And I have so many sheets left here because there was, how many? 50 sheets. Yeah. So this is the sort of thing that you're going to want to use for any type of sort of like fingerprint saver, your homemade DIY stamp jig, or one of these kind of DIY sticky mats. Now don't go and use your expensive and quite precious heat resistant acetate. This stuff is for heat embossing, hot foiling, that sort of thing. Don't use that for this sort of thing. So yeah, make sure you pick up something like this rather than that really nice fancy acetate stuff. And then, as I said, you can just make all sorts of different shapes. So if you want a bigger one of these, so this is one of those sheets, I think, cut in half. So you could do like a whole one, and then you can actually tape it down to your desk. So if you don't want this to kind of like be slipping around while you're ink blending. And these don't need to be this big, obviously. If you're primarily doing like an A2 size card, you probably only need it to be like half of this size. And then two of these pieces, a little bit of the washi tape. This is only really so that you can actually see where they are on your desk, because I don't know what it is, but sometimes something will be right in front of me, but I just cannot see it. I don't know what it is. The other day I was looking for glue. My glue was right there. And I was like, where is it? Where is it? Why can't I find my glue? It was right there, but it was like I had a blind spot. And obviously with this stuff being see-through, yeah, it can disappear easily. So to save yourself a bit of headache, make sure you use some bright Post-it tape or washi tape or something like that, and then go to town. Super, super easy, really cheap hack, and it will save you quite a lot of money and some cleanup as well. So really hope you found these little tips and tricks useful. Can't wait to see, you guys actually putting them into action. So that is it from me for today. I really, really hope you have enjoyed this, and let's go into the new year by saving ourselves a few pennies on things that we don't need to buy. We can actually make ourselves, and plus they save space. And did I mention the money? Yeah, so there we have it. Yeah, that really is it from me for today. And for this year. So thank you and bye-bye 2023. Cannot wait to see the back of you, because you've been a tough one for me. But I will be back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel and next year with actual creative videos. So hang in there, and Happy New Year, everyone. And I'll see you soon again. Bye for now.